Good morning, sister girl. It is June 30th, 2023, and it's 8:32 a.m. We made it. It's Friday. Okay. It's been a long week, my girl. It's been a long week. All right, so I wanted to do something real fast that I don't think I've done in any of my check-ins, but I thought it would be awesome to share because sharing is caring. I have these deck of cards and it's called So. And then it says a collection of questions for deeper discussions. And on the bottom it says unstuck yourself. Okay. So the back says the key to getting unstuck isn't in finding the right answers. Rather, it's a matter of asking the right questions. Now, these questions aren't mere bridges from one pleasantry to another. The right questions can stop us in our tracks, make us think, and reveal who we are for better or for worse. Unfortunately, it isn't always pleasant or comfortable. However, we shouldn't hide from the light because we're often afraid of what it might expose. Often, before we can move onward, we must look inward. Mic drop. This is so deep because, and when I saw it on Amazon, I said, this is for me. This is for me because I love going deep and I don't do small talks. I mean, I'll do them, if I come across someone or at work or a stranger, whatever, like at shop or something, I can do small talks, but they're not my favorite because I can come off as like socially awkward. I love deep conversations, and I love also having deep, I love having deep revelation and deep understanding, and I just love to process things, and I love to just break things down. That's just the type of person that I am. And so anyway, because I have been checking in with myself for some time now. It's almost 2 years, I would say, almost. And I've enjoyed it. And I have not always enjoyed it because there have been things about me that I've learned that I didn't know were there, and some changes that I knew had to be made. Hold on. Perfect. It's hot, but it's so good. My glasses are fogging up. You can't see it. Oh, it burns your chest. But it's so good. Okay. So these check-ins, sometimes I will pull out these cards and just randomly choose one and ask myself the question. Sometimes I have the answers for them. Sometimes I have to sit with it and process it and then journal it. Or sometimes I just don't have an answer at all for. Or sometimes I can just answer without any issues. But these are moments that I have with myself because I don't think that it's often that we ask ourselves questions. We may ruminate on thoughts, but I don't think we ask ourselves intentional questions so that we can grow, learn, and evolve and, check in with ourselves. And so I've been doing that. But anytime someone comes over, I haven't taken these cards with me outside. Well, I actually brought them with me when I went out to eat one day, but I didn't take them out because we were having already deep conversations. But anytime someone comes over, I like to bring the deck of cards out. And of course, if they feel comfortable, I will ask. And if they say yes, then I will explain to them as I did in reading the back of the box, and then also what I'm about to read now. But then I ask questions, and I feel like they're so important to have because you get to know your friends and your family on a deeper level. Sometimes, like even during one gathering here, we had a few friends over, and I did the same, and it became like a therapy, like a group therapy session. And we got to know a little bit more of one another on a deeper level. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I live for those moments because I feel that it just brings people closer. And it helps you recognize that you're not alone, that we're all going through something, even though we know that we're all going through something, but you feel less alone, and you just create a bond even on a deeper level. It's not surfacey. I don't really like surfacey types of relationships. I have them, but I prefer just, that's just me. Okay, anyway. So on these cards, it says, it comes with, well, they're, to find them, you can, well, I found them on Amazon, but it says here on the box, www.instagram.com/soulcards. It's backwards, but whatever. So in the deck of cards, it also provides you 3 different cards, which is principles, disclaimer, and thank you. So the first, the principles is trust, truth, and time. So for trust, it says, play with people you feel safe confiding in. It's best to pick 1 or 2 others who can readily receive your raw and possibly unflattering thoughts. You might even feel like tackling these questions on your own. There are, after all, certain roads we can only explore alone, which is true. Absolutely true. Truth. This is not a time to think about the opinions of others. Set aside any fear of judgment, discomfort, and pain. Seek out the truth even if it hurts. And then time. Don't rush through these cards. Some of these questions are meant to be pondered on for an entire night, possibly much longer. You might not even find the answers right away, but if you give it enough time, one day you might stumble upon it. So true. And then it says disclaimer, a non-guarantee. These are no instant fixes, not in life, and certainly not in this deck. These questions are designed to help reveal valuable insight, but not specific directions. Maybe a diagnosis, but never a prescription. The conversations that come, I never know if I'm saying it right. Maybe a diagnosis or diagnoses, I don't know, but never a prescription. The conversations that come out of this deck might show you where it hurts or what's been holding you back, but it's up to you to address them. At the end of the day, after all the revelations and reevaluations, you still have to put in the work. And they have it in bold. You still have to put in the work. That's true. And then a thank you. Thank you so much for supporting this project and believing in the power of a good conversation. I hope you use this deck often and savor the connections made while playing. Yes. And then there's other things on here. They have an Instagram and a Facebook called @soulcards. But I hear Jacob. He just woke up. He's about to come down. But I will pull out a question. Maybe I'll have time to answer. Maybe I'll just pick a card and then journal it. And maybe share it on my blog. So this is what I do. I just choose a card randomly. What's one apology you wish you received but never did? I think I've chosen this card before and I've answered it and I've processed it. But maybe I'll share it on my blog. All right. Oh, that's my big baby. All right. Toodles.